Hello and welcome. This is Rust and Magic. There's a number of videos on YouTube about getting Mixamo animations into LightWave, but they almost never talk about how to get facial expressions and things like this. It's usually just how to get a predefined character from Mixamo into LightWave, and that's easy. But what if you want the mouth to move or some other morphs or stuff like that? I thought we would explore a little bit about that today. So here I have a Genesis 2 character, and I thought we would get that into Mixamo and get some Mixamo animation out of there. So I'm going to export this as a character. I'm going to call this Kali full because it's going to have all the morphs. I have quite a lot of morphs included, as you can see here, including some mouth morphs and stuff like that. So don't embed the files, and we'll export this like that. It's going to take a little while to get it out there. So this is the complete character. We have all morphs, every single one we need. Just fill it up. Don't make too many. It takes a lot of RAM, but the ones we need. Then we're going to export it again. Exactly the same file. I'm just going to call this Kali base. And I'm going to do the same, but I'm not going to include any morphs this time. So no morphs. We can get the embedded textures. It doesn't matter. Let's export this. It's going to go fast. There we are. So now we can get into Mixamo. I have logged in here, and I'm going to import the Kali base file, the one without the morphs. And it's going to take a little while to get it in here. So this is a complete XPX file with rig and everything. So we don't need to do any auto rigging here. It's complete as it is. So we are almost there, and there we are. So here is our DAZ Genesis 2 character, and so far it looks fine. Can't see any obvious issues here, so I'm gonna go with that for now. I'm gonna upload it here. And we have the motion here we're gonna use. Shoved reaction here. We're going to use that one. That moves around a lot. So it moves forward, turns around, and we have some movement there. That's a good test. So let's save that one. Yeah, we'll go with that. Okay, yeah, let's save it. I'm going to save it without skin. I just want the animation. I'm going to go with 24 frames per second, but you can use anything you want, of course. But we just need the actual animation, no skin. So that is saved. And we have it there. So let's go to layout. So first of all, I'm going to load the animation we just saved. So we're going to import that as an FBX. I'm going to don't need to switch. I'm going to bake rotations, and I'm going to use LightWave bones. It looks ugly, but it doesn't matter. So here we have the animation. And if we go through, it looks fine. You can see it moves forward, turns around there, so that should be okay. I'm happy with that. Yeah, let's go with that. I'm going to save this animation, and I'm going to first of all, I'm going to, we can see we have animation, and Genesis 2 female is the top bone where we have any movement. That's where we actually move. So I'm going to select that one, and I'm going to use the H-motion save. If you press Control space, you can search for HMOT. You will find it here. Export it. This is the same file as Motion Mixer use. So I'm going to save the frames here, put a name on it, and include the root node because we have animation on that one. So that's important. And we'll save this. And there we go. Now we can clear this scene, and we're going to load our FBX from DAZ Studio. And this time I'm going to load the one we called Kali Full that has all the morphs. So this is the big one. It's gonna do the same here, bake rotations, and we'll import it. Take a little while to get it in because there's lots of morphs in it. Just have to hang on for a few more seconds. There we are. And there we have the full character. If we zoom in on the face here, let me get the face in view here. And there we are. And if we have the meshes here, so let's take a look at the body mesh. And we have a lot of morphs here, and we have some for the mouth here, for example. We can see here, so you can see that they work. You can have as many morphs here as you want, of course. There's really no limit as long as they fit in memory. So, okay. This is the Genesis 2 character, and we can have all the facial expressions we need, and we can have morphs on the clothes and so on. So pretty much anything we want. We can have JCMs also, of course, and all that. So that's great. Now, if we zoom out, and we're back there, and then I am going to load the animation we saved onto this. Let's give that a try. We have nothing here now, no animation whatsoever. There's no keyframes at all. We have just the character. All right, so we do the same here, control space, and then we HMOT, and we find the importer instead. We make sure we selected Genesis 2 female bone, select it, we press, that's the one, right? Yep, that's the one we just saved there before. So we pick that one, we import it, and we're gonna make sure we include the root, and we also need to match names here for it to work correctly, like that. Okay, that should import our animation, and yeah, we got keyframes there in the scene editor, as you can see, and the character change positions. You can see there's lots of keyframes here, so this is looking good, right? You can see keyframes here. Let's see if we can actually get something out of this, if it actually animates. That's the big question here now. So far, so good. Let's give it a try. I'm going to drag the frame. Oh, oops. That does not look correct. And I think this is one place where some people may actually give up when they see this. That's, oh, this is a disaster. This is never going to work. But this is no big deal. This is a very easy fix, even though it looks terrible. So if we take a look at the scene editor, and we have the Genesis 2 top node, and here we have all the meshes. Do you see what's wrong here? The Genesis 2 female bone, they are parented below that, and there is motion on that one. So the motion there should have been on the hip bone, would have been better. But this is what we have to work with. So how do we fix this? Well, it's actually very simple. We just make sure our meshes are parented to something higher up. So if we drag this to the node above the Genesis 2 female, so they're not parented to that, there's motion over there. That's all we have to do. So now we have them below there, and if we take a look at the animation now, look at that. Perfect animation. Well, very close at least. It's definitely usable. Not bad at all. And we can just save any number of motions now out from Mixamo and use them here, and it's going to work perfectly fine. And just to prove that everything is fine, we can look up our morphs here. They're still there, of course. We have the character, and we can animate the mouth. Smile here, things like that. All our morphs we have, and we can animate them like everything else, of course. And these HMOT files are the same format as in the Motion Mixer. So we can bring this into Motion Mixer and start animating there. So that's quite nice. These import-export functions is only available in 2023 and later, I believe. Before that, you would have to use Motion Mixer to save and load the motions. But you can do the same thing there. So that's not too bad. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope to see you soon again. Thank you.